Hello my dear students, welcome back to Learn Physics. In today's topic, we are continuing with our ray optics chapter. Last class we learned about the refraction, right? Bending of light ray, and then we learned about the apparent depth and the real depth. And in that apparent depth and real depth, we derived one formula like refractive index equals real depth divided by apparent depth. That also we saw. And now today I am going to explain you about some of the examples, okay, daily life experiences of this refraction. That is early sunrise and delayed sunset. That is due to refraction. Okay, because of that only we are feeling that we will be observing the apparent position. Okay, because of that apparent position only we are able to see the sun after the sunset and before the sunrise. That is due to refraction. See, if the ray of light is passing from one medium to another medium, what will happen? We learned. Suppose if it is passing continuously through different media, what will happen? So here I am considering about the two media. Okay. See, two sets of media I am considering. This is A, this is B, and this is C again to A. Okay. So initially the ray of light is incidenting from rarer to denser medium, then it is refraction, then again refraction, okay, from here again refraction, again it is lasing. Okay, this is what happening in the case of this media. A is different, B is different, C is different, A is different. Okay, first I am considering the first refraction between the interface of A and B. So refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium, that will be equal to sin I by sin R. So here we will be getting many I's and R's. So I am getting here I1, here it is R1, here I2, here it is R2, and here it is I3, and here it will be R3. Okay, this is what I am explaining. Okay, that sin I1 divided by R1. Okay, here this one I can write it as NB by NA. Now, refractive index of the second medium. Here, next refraction I am considering NCB. That is equal to sin I2 divided by sin R2. That is equal to NC by NB. Okay, next I am considering about NCA. That is sin I3 divided by sin R3. That is equal to NC by NA. Okay, so if I am multiplying all these things, NBA into NCB into NCA, that is equal to, I can write it as NB by NA into NC by NB into NC divided by NA. So when I am multiplying, see NB will get cancelled. So here NC, refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, NAC. So NA by NC we will be getting here NA by NC. So here NA will get cancelled, NC will get cancelled. So here we are getting it as equal to 1. That means we can write it as refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium will be equal to, this will be 1 by NCA. This is an important relation that you can by heart. See, NBA into NCB, that will be equal to 1 by NCA. Okay children, so this is an important relation, or I can write it as if A, B, C, in that order if I am writing down. See here, 1 by NAB into 1 by NBC, that is equal to NAC. Okay, this one I am rearranging in such a way. Okay, so I will be writing it as here NAB into NBC, that is equal to 1 by NAC. Okay, like that also I can write down, right? So here this will be equal to NAB into NBC, that will be equal to 1 by NAC. A to B, B to C, then A to C. This will be equal to reciprocal of refractive index of the first medium with respect to the third medium. Refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium into refractive index of second medium with respect to third medium will be equal to 1 by of refractive index of first medium with respect to the third medium. This relation you should keep that in mind. Many times the numerical had come from this side also. Okay, clear? So next we are going to study about the total internal reflection. So in refraction we are going to study about the total internal reflection. So when this total internal reflection will happen? Total internal reflection. So when a ray of light passes from a denser medium to rarer medium, what will happen? It will be moving away from the normal. Okay, the incident ray will be refracting away from the normal. I am considering two media. This is medium 1 which is denser. This is medium 2 that is rarer. So a ray of light is incidenting like this. Okay, it is moving away from the normal. If I am increasing the angle of incidence, what will happen? The ray of light will be refracting, will be giving more angle of refraction. Right, this is the angle of incidence, first case. Second case, I increased the angle of incidence, the angle of refraction also increased. So if I am increasing like this and at a particular angle, I can see it will be increasing. If I am increasing the angle of incidence, refraction also will increase. At a particular point, it will be moving through the surface of separation. Right, then if I am in this angle, so at that time what happened to the angle of refraction? Angle of refraction became 90 degree. So that angle of incidence is called as critical angle. The angle of incidence at which the angle of refraction is 90 degree, that is called a critical angle. When this will happen? This will happen when the ray of light is passing from a denser to a rarer medium. Ray of light passes from a denser medium to rarer medium. The refracted ray will be passing through the surface of separation. Okay, through the surface of separation it will pass. So what will be the angle of refraction at that time? 90 degree. Right? So here we can write it as, for this point N, what will be the refractive index of the medium? Second medium will be equal to, second medium with respect to the first medium will be equal to sin I by sin R. What is I here? C, sin C, critical angle C divided by refraction is 90 degree. So refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium will be equal to sin C, or first medium with respect to second medium is equal to 1 by sin C. So if a ray of light is incidenting at an angle greater than critical angle, if I is greater than critical angle, what will happen? The ray will be reflecting back to the same medium itself. Without going to the next medium, it will reflect back. That phenomenon is called a total internal reflection. So for total internal reflection, we have two conditions. The ray of light should pass from denser to rarer medium, and the angle of incidence should be greater than the angle of refraction. That is another this property. These are the two conditions for total internal reflection to happen. Okay, refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium will be equal to sin C. Okay, then so where and all we are using this? What are the practical applications of this total internal reflection? In the case of the total internal reflection is widely used in there in diamonds. Twinkling of diamonds is mainly due to this total internal reflection. And mirage. Mirage is the phenomena which is happening in very hot days, that is in summer day. During summer, we can see on the road it is reflection will of substance, the reflection of the object we will feel, that is water like feeling will be there on the road. What will be the reason? That is due to total internal reflection. That phenomenon is called as mirage. See, in that case, during summer the earth will be very hot. During when it is hot, what will be the density of the air near to the earth? If it is, see, this is earth, and near to earth it will be very hot compared to the above surface. Compared to the near to earth, this side will be cold. Okay, it's not cold, it will be less hot. Okay, it will be less hot over here. So if it is very hot, particle will be more, here it will be, density will be less, and here density will be more density. So then the light ray is passing from denser to, see here an object is here, the light ray is passing from denser to rarer medium, which is here, and then instead of, when it is passing from denser to rarer medium and the ray of is incidenting at an angle greater than critical angle, instead of refracting towards this point, it will go deviated, it will be reflecting back. That reflected light will be falling on the observer's eye. So what he will feel the object is seeing over here. That is water like feeling will be there. Reflection. He is able to see that reflected light ray only. That is called a mirage. Okay, so when a ray of light is passing from denser to rarer medium, instead of going back to the other medium, what will happen? It is reflecting and falling on the observer's eye. So that will be giving a total internal reflection. Another important phenomena in this total internal reflection is optical fiber. Telecommunication purpose, endoscopy, in medical field and all, we are using this optical fiber. So optical fiber is actually, it has two coverings. One core will be there, and inside that cladding also will be there. Core and cladding. Okay, here this is the core, and above that you can see cladding. So this is cladding and this is core. This core has more refractive index than the cladding. Okay, so when a ray of light is incident, when a signal is incidenting over here, what will happen? The ray will be passing from a higher refractive, denser to rarer medium. If it is incidenting at an angle greater than critical angle, the ray of light will be reflecting inside the surface, inside the fiber itself. Okay, then we will be getting an output without any energy loss. So this one we can use it in our this long distance transmission. Telecommunication purpose, for long distance transmission we can use this optical fiber. So signal quality or signal strength will be more good in this case if we are using optical fiber. So in the case of optical fiber, we are utilizing total internal reflection. So a core will be there, cladding will be there. Core is having more refractive index than the cladding. So when a ray of light is incidenting in the optical fiber and it is incidenting at an angle greater than critical angle, the ray will be reflected inside that, totally reflecting back without energy loss. We will be getting the output signal. So that is another advantage of this total internal reflection. Okay, clear? What about the total internal reflection and its this importance? That is, we are what are the applications, practical applications of this total internal reflection? And here another example for another use of this total internal reflection is, see, we will be getting an inverted image, or to rotate the image to an angle of 180 degree or 90 degree, we can use this phenomena. Okay, so here if I am considering a prism, okay, using a prism we can get an inverted image or rotating through an angle of 90 degree. For that purpose and all, we can use this total internal reflection. See, here I am taking a prism like this. Okay, ray of light is incidenting. This is incidenting through this normal. So it will be incidenting here. Without deviation, it will go and incident over here. Here it will get deflected, right? So it will be reflecting here, and here it is again reflecting back. Okay, so we are getting, so if this glass prism is having a critical angle of 42 degree, if here the ray of light is incidenting at 45 degree, here it is 90 degree, right? So through the normal it is 45 degree, so it is greater than critical angle. And here this is the object which I am considering, so from here when I am considering an angle, we will be getting an image in such a way. Okay, so this was the first line. Here we got an image here, and we will be getting an, so it is inverting at an angle of 180 degree. Okay, it is inverted image. To get an inverted image, we can use this prism. And then here, if I am taking a prism like this, see here the ray of light is incidenting, which is incidenting at an angle 45 degree, so it will be totally reflecting back. So here this is the object, and so from here if it is falling down like this, we will be getting an image over here which is giving an angle of, it is rotating at an angle 90 degree. Next here I am using a right angled isosceles prism. See here a ray of light is incidenting through the normal, so without deflection it will be passing. So here if it is incidenting like this and it is getting totally reflected back here, and from here a ray of light is incidenting and it is reflecting back, so we will be getting a, so here it is, we will be getting an image of, see it is making an angle of 90 degree again. Okay, so in these two methods we can adopt for rotating the object, that is image will be rotated at an angle 90 degree or 180 degree. Here and all we are using the principle of total internal reflection. So clear children? So here in total internal reflection only two things you should remember. Ray should pass from denser to rarer medium, angle of incidence should be greater than critical angle, and n, refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium will be equal to sin c. So if I am considering n12, it will be 1 by sin c. And some of the applications, this one for your CBSE exam you can draw this and study properly. Okay children, and optical fiber also very important. In next class we will be doing numericals related to the previous two videos. Okay children, so I think it is clear for you, and if you like the channel please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. And one more thing, many children ask me about the detailed derivations. Actually that detailed derivations I already did in the previous videos, and it will be given in the description box. Otherwise you can check the playlist. So ray optics, another playlist is there. These videos will be there in the class 12 theory. Okay, so please go through that, and that's all children. So see you in the next video. Thank you.